talent to succeed to make it as an artist? Here's the answer for you. Answer number one, no, you do not need talent to make it as an artist. You can have fun with art and can learn as a hobby, can have some fun with it and just learn. So you can draw for fun and use art to as a hobby. So that's what I do. I do have a shop, but it's not open right now. I mean, it's open, but it's not open since I'm not posting anything to it. It's on Redbubble, so I want to mention that as well. You can have little to no skills or little to no supplies to make art. I like to draw with a ballpoint pen or with pencil, and that is really fun. So I wanted to mention that as well. I like to do spirit portraits. So they're portraits that come through my mind's eye, and I like to do that. So you can have little to no supplies to make art. So I wanted to mention that as well. You don't have to have talent, or you can just basically have to find, you can scribble. It's called abstract. There's so many art styles you could do to make art, but wanted to mention that as well. You can still have fun and to make art. You can still learn art and get better at art and study art to increase your knowledge upon your art. Wanted to mention that because that is really important. Art is a journey, and I want to mention that. So art is a journey, embrace it, growth mindset, and you don't need talent, you don't need anything but like just yourself and your art sketchbook, whatever, loose paper, you know, to draw. So basically, do you really need talent? The answer is no, and you can still have fun with it. I keep repeating myself because I wanted to make the point down for you guys, but I wanted to mention that as well because it's really important to know you're not going to get canceled, or you're not going to get, like, you know, ruined or anything if you don't have talent. But or what I'm trying to say is you don't need talent at all. You can just draw for fun, draw to your heart's content, draw what makes you happy. And that's my motto for this channel, is draw what makes you happy. And I want this channel to be like a, you know, a channel that you can come to for happiness. And yeah, so wanted to mention that as well. You know, you don't need art. I mean, you do need art, but art can be therapy. And I wanted to mention that as well. And art can be therapy. I'm going through a tough time right now, but I just want to say that, you know, if you're going through a tough time, art could be therapy. This is just going top of my head right now, but I wanted to mention that. You can draw what you want to draw. Don't make others draw what you don't want to draw. And my phone's on low battery. Okay, hey guys, let's try this again since I have my phone plugged in. So, you do not need talent to basically be an artist. You can draw for fun and you can draw to your heart's content, but you don't need talent. You don't need skill, or you don't need, basically, just draw for fun. Draw what makes you happy. You know, if you want to make art and you want to be a serious artist, that's another thing. You can still learn to draw and still take classes. Art is a journey, and I will say that. So what is talent? Talent, are you bored with talent? Like, there's little kids drawing or, like, you know, painting, and are you bored with talent? Art takes practice. I'm not gonna lie about that, but art takes practice. And I wanted to mention that because the more you practice, the more you get better. Each drawing is something better. And I wanted to mention that as well because when you do art, you know, art is therapy, and for me at least, and I feel like art is very important. And it can show your voice, it can show your skill, but art, you don't have to have talent. I keep saying that throughout the video because it's true. You're not going to get canceled. You're not going to, you know, cry. I mean, you might get cry and frustration if your drawing is bad, but we talk about that. If your drawing is bad, so what? Who's going to see it? It's up to you who sees it. Do you want to get serious as an artist? Post to Instagram and Facebook or whatnot. Share your world and share your voice. But talent is something that is a myth to me, and it makes it so that you don't feel bad about yourself, because you really don't need talent or anything for that matter. Okay, sorry about that. But anyways, art is something personal, and I wanted to mention that as well. Art is something personal, and with art being personal, it can be a game changer for you. And you can draw anything and everything, or you could just focus on portraits like I do, or like focus on something that makes you happy. And you know, art is a way of learning, and it's a skill, and it's like any other skill that you learn. And I wanted to mention that as well, because that is seriously something important to me. I've been drawing for 10 years, I think. I started 2014. So I've been drawing for a long time, and I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I've been drawing for a long time. And drawing is my passion. You know, drawing could be passion for you if you want to learn, but you know, it's all about what you want to draw. It's all about what takes home for you, or like what makes you happy. I keep saying that over and over again because that's what art is about. It's about your journey. It's about growth mindset. It's about, like, you know, sticking to what you know and sticking to what you want to know or what you want to learn. Write down a list on what you want to learn and everything, and just really practice on your skill to get better. And it's not like basically based on talent. I know you see YouTube artists on YouTube and their speed paints and all that, thinking, I can want to do that someday. That's great. Keep that motivation, but don't let it hone down on you and feel like you have to be like them. That's a message to me as well, because I feel like I have to be like them, and I feel like I have to, like, basically compare yourself to other people's work. Why don't you compare yourself to your old art? And why don't you compare yourself to what you want to learn? I wanted to mention that as well, because I think those are great points, because I'm talking to myself here. And I feel like if you don't make it as an artist, what's the point? You know? But the point is, draw what makes you happy. And that is the main point of this video for today. And I wanted to mention that as well. I have a short on YouTube as well if you want to go watch it, but it's basically the same thing as this video, but shorter form content. But I wanted to mention that as well because I find it really important, and I kept, in the beginning of the video, I kept like saying, you know, what's the point? What's the point of making art? But that's the ability to write down your goals and write down what you want to learn. I wanted to mention that as well because that's really important. What do you want to learn in art? What do you want to focus on? What do you want to get better at? Have a sketchbook aside if you want to, and just have a sketchbook and you want to basically write down your goals in that sketchbook, or if you want to practice on a specific thing in that sketchbook, or if you want to just doodle and have fun, not take art as serious as possible. Art doesn't have to be so serious all the time. It can be fun play, you can experiment, you can like have some fun with it, or like doodle if you will, and just draw anything and everything. So I wanted to mention that as well. Short, sweet video again today, and I wanted to mention that as well. And I hope you guys liked today's video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, turn the notification bell on so you won't miss a single video.